Royal Highness, ladies and gentlemen. To deliver his message on behalf of the MBA Working Professionals cohort, may I first call upon Mr. Muhammad Shamir bin Shahul Hameed.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Menghadap Duli Yang Maha Mulia Paduka Seri Sultan Perak Darul Ridwan Sultan Nazrin Muizzuddin Shah Ibni Almarhum Sultan Azlan Muhibbuddin Shah Al-Maghfurlah. Patut memohon perkenan Duli Yang Maha Mulia Tuanku untuk meneruskan ucapan dalam bahasa Inggeris. Ampun Tuanku. The Honourable ASB Co-Chairs, Tan Sri Zeti Aziz and Professor Athanasios, ASB CEO, President, Dean, our boss, Professor Sanjay Sarma, members of the ASB Senate, distinguished faculty and non-faculty members, my fellow graduating classmates turned family, family, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before I proceed, I have to wear my glasses because you should know that I started the program without wearing glasses. Some say I'm getting old, but it is actually a paradigm shift. It is my privilege to be here standing with such distinguished, learned people on stage. And I wouldn't be here if not for my classmates who actually elected me. So I'm not a valedictorian. I'm the elected person to give the speech. So here we are. We made it. What a journey. As I sat down to write this speech in the library inside MIT's dome, I was overcome with emotions even before I began. What a journey kept humming in my head, reflecting on these past 22 months of toil to juggle family, work, and studies. It felt and still feels like I've been split into 3 parts. I bet all WPs can relate as well. We were warned about drinking from the fire hose, which is a phrase used in MIT and ASB. But I have to say, as WPs, it felt like drinking from the fire hose while trying to catch lightning in a bottle. Reminded me of that line Rocky Balboa tells his son. It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how you can get hit and keep moving forward. And that was exactly what we signed up for. What a journey, what a time. We embarked on this journey at a time when the world was going through a system reset, a much-needed knowledge upgrade, though I must say, it was harder to unlearn than learn. Countries, institutions, companies were undergoing transitions and transformations. To prove my point, since we embarked on this MBA journey, we have had 3 different prime ministers in Malaysia, and ironically, 3 different deans. Keep learning. I must say, we had such a star lineup of faculty who each in their own unique characters and ways to stimulate our brains. Such brilliant minds to learn from. Remember the root beer game? What a way to introduce us to the complexities of supply chain and the dynamics of supply and demand. I fondly remember some of our lecturers. I can't go through one by one, but a few of them, come to mind. For example, Roberto Rigobon, whose classes were more of a performance than a lecture, teaching us how fiscal and monetary policies can truly change a country's direction. Let's look at the BBNN. Is that okay? Bruno Verdini, who showed us the aesthetics, that aesthetics plays a vital role in attention span and negotiations. All he needed to do was swerve his hands and eloquently call our names. For example, Nabila. Michael Fries, who demonstrated to us the difference between task-oriented, person-oriented, and charismatic leadership. Professor Shin Jin, who showed us that we can calculate the probability of our partners cheating through statistics using the Bayesian formula. Prof. Juan Juan, who could keep the entire class full of energy despite all of it being on Zoom. Nice. And more recently, Bill Olet of Entrepreneurship, who told us to be hungry, humble, and hardworking in his most New York accent. How you doing? Special shout out to our AAs. Junwen, Jason, Hazri, Ben, Monica, Waiwa, Yongjae, Jiha, Lin, Emilia, who played, yes, they deserve it, who played a vital part in ensuring that we had the grades to graduate, plus helping us get the extensions. Now to my fellow classmates. You people are the best, and I've learned so much from each and every one of you. The MBA brought out the best and worst in us, allowing us to grow. We have laughed, struggled, and cried together. Our true colors exposed. We even had 2 classmates who gave birth. We call them M-babies. Intense, vulnerable, but beneath it all, driven by sincerity and empathy. Ego did not exist among us, just eagerness to share and push each other to do our best. Our bond was further strengthened through the practicums and treks that we adventured together. In a world where human interactions and relationships are mostly confined within the screens on our palms, these physical interactions certainly enriched us holistically as human beings. It was indeed a beautiful feeling to be a student again. I can say with a 95% confidence level that we forgot how old we were. I am reminded of the famous Charlie Chaplin quote that goes, "We think too much, feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost." Allow me to also touch on the MIT experience a little. To me, it was the most valuable and unmatched in value. Everyone was on a roll. By that, I don't mean lobster rolls. More like a dynamo that kept inspiring us. I witnessed such passion and effort people have towards the advancement of the human race through education. Be it contributions, right to the tenacity to achieve breakthroughs in science and a lot more. It definitely opened up my mind, hand, and heart. And I am sure for the rest of us too. To the people who ensured our MBA journey was smooth. By this, I mean none other than our spouses, significant others, and for some, bosses too. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. A special shout out to my wife and son and my mom. Thank you for holding the fort relentlessly these past 2 years. To the esteemed leadership and management of ASB, we are grateful to all of you. To the program office, we thank you too for probably the longest learning in action we have had. It has been quite a journey, hasn't it? Nevertheless, I believe we have learned from each other and will continue to. We will always be passionate towards ASB's evolution. System dynamics talks about the reinforcing loop, and I believe excellence can be achieved through a reinforcing loop of feedback and improvements. With that, I can assure you that the alumni will be ASB's blockchain towards excellence. On behalf of the cohort, I'd like to congratulate our new Presidente, Dean, CEO, Boss Sanjay, and wish him Selamat Maju Jaya. We believe in you, sir, and we will be there to support you in every way. I'd like to also thank my sponsor, Yayasan Daya Diri, for entrusting me with this opportunity. Now to my beautiful fellow graduating classmates. We have spent these transformative months creating and enriching our value. As principled leaders, it's now time to shine and claim what we are worth with humility. Let us find our raison d'etre and go forth. Before I end, I'd like to touch on this very significant and important study on the key to happiness and long life. As one of the longest ongoing studies in the world, spanning over 80 years now, researchers kept track of participants' health trajectories and their broader lives, including their triumphs and failures in careers and marriage. So what did they find? Close, meaningful relationships. More than money or fame are what keep people happy throughout their lives. It is those ties that protect people from life's discontents, help to delay mental and physical decline, and are better predictors of long and happy lives than social class, IQ, or even genes. Before emotions overcome me, I just want to say this to all 23s, particularly the WP 23s. I love you, and I will miss you. So please, please keep this meaningful relationship alive. Congratulations, my friends. Huzzah! With that, everything good comes from him. All shortcomings are mine. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Let's give him another big round of applause. Mohammad Shamir. Thank you for that rousing and passionate speech, covering a broad range of topics, including deans, prime ministers, and babies.